A poem about jealousy and why I must speak about this all the time, and my poems, because we live in a world today where society is always constantly jealous of one another, and the things that one another have and how people every one another about this. Jealousy, a better green-eye foe, a serpent coil within the heart, deep throne of so many peoples. It whispers doubts with the slithered tongue, and paints a poisoned scene where joy of others turns to sticky green. It builds a prison, cold and isolating, distorting truth and fabricating lies. A tiny seed, it grows into a tree, with branches reaching, choking. Setting you unfree, you shouted, "Turn me loose, you damn jealousy." A torment born, a fear that gnaws inside, of losing what you unfree, or being denied profession in another gain, and dims the light within your very region, but knows foe. It feeds on your despair, a lack of faith, an insecurity snare to break its hold. Seek words within your soul, and trust and love, to make your spirit whole, despite of jealousy, willpower. Preserve however you describe it. The ability to push though mental and physical fatigue to achieve long-term goals is often what sets successful people apart from jealousy. When others stop trying. The last person to give up, especially on themselves, is often a person who succeeds. But why do some people keep going when others won't? In part, because they understand that jealousy can hold you back from everyone and the people who succeeds, and everything you have thought about in your spirit. If only intuitively, the 50% rule, a concept popularized. So many psychological services have written about this in many books, and I have mentioned it in many of my poems. The premise is simple when your minds say, "We're exhausted, fried, and totally tapped out. We're really only 40% done. We still have 60% left in our tanks." So, you don't have to be sticky with jealous when you feel mentally fatigued or physically fatigued is in effect. Mentally unstable, your muscles don't give up long before, otherwise you wouldn't stop trying until you physically collapse. Our bodies was designed to introduce cognita, to see how our choices to exert effort change. When we feel mentally jealous or fatigue of everyone around you, as well as identify where these decisions are made. However, there may be discrepancy between perception and jealousy, and what the human brain is actually capable of doing and thinking. It's like an empty nest, at best, when birds learn to fly. Now jealousy from the air, that thrusts wings of the free birds that sing jealousy. A fairly dark emotions that few people admit to. I am jealous of the young beauties that they see all over the social media platforms. I am jealous of the many people's take. Why do some people let jealousy consume them? Eat them up with pride, with grudge to it, slowly kills them. Strip them from everything emptiness. It's the way a person speak to you with animosity in their heart. Regret, disdain in your voice is wrong, and it shows in your eyes. It shows, and underneath it all, just a hint of pride. Let's go sometimes. We're jealous of the sun rays for it can kiss you the way I would want to kiss you. Practice it, expectations are strange bird. I feel so disappointed when the boyfriend doesn't see the beauty I so deeply value in me. He just bows things off. That's good for me. The casual approach keeps me intensively calm. What a pushover jealousy today is a popular trend to use the word jealousy narrative to describe just about everything. Surprise, God is silent. They say faith is the spinning board too. Atemity, God is silent. They say meditation gives you a closer epic. God is silent, seeker, seek, liars, lie. But yet God is silent, am not silent about fear of by God's presence and divine power and love as source of strength and comfort. God's commands to fear is not frequent appeared with reassurance of his support and guidance. God's silent, particularly in times of distress, and how to navigate those situations through faith and trust. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismaying, for I am God. I was stressing you, I will help you, I am uphold you with my righteous right hand from jealousy. Be strong and courageous, do not be afraid or terrified of others, successes, and the people blessed around you. A prayer for jealousy. Seek to overcome feelings of resentment and envy, often by asking God's help and cultivating contentment and gratitude. It may involve praying for the people who, the object of jealousy, seeking to replace negative emotions with positive ones like love and compassion. Additional, it can be a request for strength and to resist the temptation to be jealous and focus on one's own blessings and path that so many struggle with, including myself. Merciful God, we come before you with a heart that struggles with jealousy. I confess that I allowed envy and resentment to take root. I asked for your forgiveness for those negative emotions. I pray that you will open the eyes of my heart